Your Excellency, the country would want to know what excites you, when you were at the helm of this country for 27 years. I'm sure there must be one moment you can point out to.
No, I think that my happiness, Owen, is that up to this point in time, as I've said already, I've not come across a single man in politics who is today thinking of splitting Zambia. Apart from this is my aide man in Zimbabwe, southern province. He tried to do that, I think, but he didn't succeed. This is what he's.
Okay, so we.
No, I think he will finish it as well.
Okay.
This is my southern province. What is he? The man who is running his party.
Which one? Magande?
No. Oh, no.
He comes from Southern Province.
Southern Province, yes. This man who is he?
Hakainde Hichilema.
Hakainde
Hichilema.
Hichilema.
Hakainde Hichilema.
Who running his
UPND?
UPND. Apart from that, there is no other leader I can fear to run this country. All these others who are running parties, I can't see any one of them trying to destroy one Zambia, one nation.
Wish you well.
I'm here with Kabwata aspiring candidate, Honourable Clement Tembo. Tifuna Matiuze, we want him to tell us what's going on the ground. Should we be worried, or is the country still peaceful as before, since 1964, when we got independence? Are we still the same? Are we still one Zambia, one nation? We want to hear, is everything okay in the country? Honorable Tembo, tell us. We in the diaspora, we want to know what's happening on the ground.
First and foremost, allow me to thank you most sincerely for the opportunity that I may be able to, speak to the people, both locally and abroad. We just want to be grateful to you. But make no mistake, the peace and the freedoms that we enjoyed way back are no longer being enjoyed in Zambia today, 5 months after our colleagues in the UPND have taken power. We'd like to take note that His Excellency the President Hakainde Hichilema is on the record almost every day saying that Zambia has become a peaceful place, a better place to be, just in the 5 months that he has taken office. But I would like to report to you that even as I speak to you, I'm not enjoying my freedom to participate freely in this Kabwata by-election, simply because there are a lot of threats, some directly, others indirectly, threatening my life. So I don't know exactly how it is going to be. As I'm speaking to you, most of our people are being beaten, and we cannot complain anyway. We've tried as much as possible to engage, various stakeholders, but they are very much scared of the authority that has come with, His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema. You will notice that a day or the other will not pass. They are going to be a patriotic front member who's been taken to the police. So it is with a background like this that we want to inform our brothers and sisters across that let them pick the true information on the ground. Zambia isn't as peaceful as they thought it was. There are a lot of sentiments, being passed on by our colleagues from the other countries that are making us very uncomfortable to participate easily in these elections. I'll borrow a few words from the late President, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. Before he died, he had an interview, a very special interview, where he said that he really feared for Zambia. He really feared for Zambia if President Hakainde Chilema was going to take, leadership. And true to his word, may his soul rest in peace. I think these are things that Zambians now are beginning to see. But I want to focus mainly on Kabwata constituency because there are senior party members of the UPND that have gone ahead, to threaten, to either mine or beat up the people that are supporting the Patriotic Front, either the candidate or myself or the people in the constituency. This is worrying us, and this should truly worry the people across because we want a fair playing field. Right now, there are threats that they don't want me to appear on the ballot because they understand very well that it's either maybe within among us themselves we have information that they are picked on a weaker candidate and they are fighting among us themselves. That is not our battle, but we should not suffer because they have probably a weaker candidate or anything.
So
Our
hold on.
appeal,
So hold on,
yes.
sir. Let's make that point clear here. You are saying that the UPND, they have a candidate who is weaker, and that is their problem. But they want to try and make the PF candidate who is more stronger not to appear on the ballot.
Exactly, that's the point. You'd like to take note that these elections should have taken place on the 20th of January. We already did the nominations, we filed in successfully. All of us were very successful, about 7 candidates. Along the way, with information, is that the UPND went and, paid out one of the UPP members, and then this comrade pulled out of the race. Prior to the elections or prior to the campaigns, we were assured by the Electoral Commission of Zambia that should, a candidate pull out or in an event that a candidate pulled out, there was an assurance that the elections would go on. All the stakeholders asked, are you sure that in an event that a candidate pulled out of the race, if they resigned or they did anything, they withdrew from the race, was there a guarantee that the elections, would go on? We were assured by the Electoral Commission of Zambia that the elections would go on. A funny question was asked repeatedly. In an event that the same person that pulled out of the elections emerged victorious, what would happen? We were assured that that individual will be recognized as a member of parliament. Now, true to the words of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, immediately the UPP candidate pulled out, a statement was made. And in that statement, it was made by the spokesperson of the Electoral Commission of Zambia. And they said that the election will go ahead as planned, even though our colleague had pulled out. Now, because of pressure coming from the UPND, they went and pressurized the ECZ, who in turn, 2 days later, decided to cancel the elections after we had already spent colossal sums of money. Our brothers are comfortable because they're in government, they can use the resources as much as they like. But us, we cannot take such a privilege ourselves. So this has really affected us, going forward, because now we have been asked to make fresh payments. We need to organize members again, asked to go and file in nominations on Wednesday, that will be on the 19th. But allow me to state clearly that these are the confusions within the camp of the UPND, because half of their members are saying they want the candidates who filed in nominations already. But the other half is saying, no, he's a foreigner, he's from Zimbabwe. We cannot allow him as the weaker candidate. So these are the fights within the UPND. These are not the fights in the Patriotic Front or any other members that are participating. But we should not suffer because of the internal wrangle by the UPND.
Yes. I think I agree with you on that one. The other parties should not suffer because of the internal problems that the ruling party has. You understand? So I think on that one I agree with you. You see, the UPND are supposed to enforce the law uniformly to all Zambians. Have you seen? To all Zambians, you see, to all political parties. They are supposed to enforce the law uniformly. I remember when the president came here in the United States, I mean, he went to meet high-level people. He went to meet with the VP, Vice President Kamala Harris. They had a joint press conference. He went to the Senate. He went to meet with foreign relations chairman. He's a powerful senator from New Jersey, Honourable Menendez, I'm sorry. He went to meet with those people, and he assured these people that Zambia is going to be under the rule of law. He assured them, even me, I was happy with him because I heard what he said. You know, I heard what he said. He said that nobody will be arrested before investigations. Nobody will be arrested for criticizing him. Have you seen?
Yes.
That's what he said when he came here in the United States. I was there, I listened to him.
But that's not happening. What is happening is the opposite. That is not happening. What is happening actually is the opposite. As I'm speaking to you, my campaign manager has just been released from the police cells. My campaign manager is Honorable Rafael Nakatinda. He has been in the police cells for 2 days. This is not the first time they are arresting him, and all this is just to create chaos in our camp, to create fear and intimidation. A lot of people right now are in the cells. As I'm reporting to you, we've got 3 youths who are, legally putting up our banners and posters. They are in Chilenge police post as I speak with you. The records are there. Go and find 3 young men from Chilenge. They are in police posts, in the police cells right now, being intimidated that they should not be putting my posters, and yet their candidate is freely doing that. So we feel that our brothers in the brothers and sisters in the UPND have got so much pressure, and the pressure is arising from the fact that they made so many promises to the Zambian people prior to the August 2021 elections. They made, they wanted to promise people heaven on earth. They made a lot of, promises. And now these promises are coming back to haunt them. When PF was leaving power, fuel was at 17 kwacha, for example. Now fuel per liter is costing over close to 20 kwacha. Now, the idea is that this has caused a lot of commodities, prices of things to go high. Electricity tariffs have gone high, fees, tolls, many, commodities, have gone high. So the challenge is that they are receiving so much pressure from the people. And now the people have said, we are very peaceful. Zambians have always been known to be very peaceful. They don't want to demonstrate in the streets like in Malawi. Because in Malawi, people go on the streets to demonstrate. And we have seen this, to show the world and the nation that they are not happy. But Zambians are peaceful. Before they use that as a last resort, which is their legal right, they are saying that they want to use a voter's card. And they want to demonstrate this in Kabwata constituency. Now, because the fears have come too close to our brothers in UPNG, they know too well that the people are very upset with them, because Mutengo has been to Adula. I want me to use a bit of this language for the sake of the viewers back home. Mutengo was Udula. Mutengo wa Udula. This is what made Dr. Kenneth Kaunda get out of power. It was the price of millimil. Millimil now is costing 181. So now this pressure is what is mounting on our brothers and sisters. But our appeal is that, look, they are in the steering, they are in the control. Let them manage this issue as the people in administration. They should not throw it on us. They should not blame us, the players. So this is a game that is supposed to be allowed for everyone. So the pressure is mounting. It is not only in Kabwata, We are receiving various calls from across the nation, each be Wapula, each be Eastern Province. People are saying they want change. That's barely 5 months after they took office. It's because they gave false, hope to the people. And the people are saying, it's better you have left us continue staying where we were than giving us hopes. And now people are in the coup.
Yeah, I see where the problem is now. You see, it's like the UPND was like thinking that it's very easy, they can just do all these things very easy like that. But now, you see, now that they are in leadership, they are supposed to take the responsibility. You see, they are supposed to take the responsibility and not blame other people or not make other people to suffer. Because the truth of the matter is that I am also very much afraid of what the founding father said, the president, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda. He was concerned about this kind of direction. I think the country is not going in the right direction because the division is becoming more and more and more wide. You see?
Yes.
I think that the president, aka Bali, will fix it. I think he should start by fixing the unity of the country.
Exactly.
He shouldn't encourage or maybe pay a blind eye on violence or divisions or anything like that. I think that the most important thing the president of any country can do is to unite the country. Because when you have unity, you're going to have progress, you can have development.
What is worrying the most is that now the people that, for example, I'll tell you that we are aware that there's a long list of the people that were in the previous regime and that they are taking them one by one to ensure that they are intimidated and that the party is wiped out. They want to wipe out the Patriotic Front because they are the seemingly now, actually that's the truth, because they are the largest opposition political party remaining. So the UPND want to have, a one-party state. And it's evident by their activities, we'll prove it to you. They want to bring intimidation to the people. They want to intimidate everyone by locking up the senior members of the Patriotic Front so that they create a platform for themselves so that either they start bringing back, a police state and a one-party state. And this is what we are living. People now are in fear because now they'll use the police on you. They don't want to, police now are at liberty. They can just pick you, lock you up without a charge, okay? Because before you arrest somebody, you need to have investigated and put up a charge, so much so that as you are putting them behind cells, there is a charge, that you are giving them, and that their lawyers or other representatives can then say, well, we understand the charge, here's a bail. Because most of the offenses that the people are being picked up for are bailable. And most of them is just to sign a police bond. But the police are detaining people without charging them. And this is worrying because now we are law-abiding citizens. If the police come to you, we are complying and they'll pick you up like that. But now these are people that are supposed to enforce the law. So how will citizens live in peace like that? It is unfortunate that they want to become a police state. Some of these things have been there in the past and they have never worked very well. You cannot put people under so much pressure because then they'll reach a point where they'll have to defend themselves. And now our appeal is that let us all, including the president and his people, let us all respect the institutions that were founded by our forefathers. Because there cannot be a very special regime today after so many other regimes have been there in the past for them to come and abuse the state, the police as it were. Let the right man win Kabwata by good grace, and the Kabwata people are peaceful, but we have been warned sincerely by a very senior party member of the UPND by the name of William Banda. Now, William Banda is a very old man coming from the UNIT era,
I
all
know
the
the
way
man. I know the man.
Yes, he's the senior political advisor to His Excellency President Hakainde Hichilema. This is the man that comes from State House, comes in the streets in Kabwata constituency and uses words like, I'm giving you a heavy duty warning. And now a heavy duty warning that is going to incite serious violence in Kabwata constituency. People are going to be maimed, people are going to be beaten. So we fear that such elections will not be fair because they're coming from State House and they've got such machinery and power and violence. We are appealing to the international community that they need to quickly come on board and ensure that President Hichilema his people heed to President Hichilema's way, because he has made very good pronouncements, but his senior members and his junior members are not, heeding to the way. They are living in fear. Okay, we are unable to go on the streets easily to campaign. So I'm going back on Wednesday. I pray that I don't get arrested. But if you hear abroad that I'm arrested any day on Wednesday or before, it is because they don't want me to appear on the ballot box.
But that's not fair. And we have seen the clip where Mr. William Banda was threatening violence in Kabwata. We have seen that clip, and I think my producer will be able to incorporate that.
I want to send a very strong, heavy-duty warning, particularly in Kabwata constituency. I'm just coming from there now, going around what I want to see what is going on in Kabwata. UPF cadres, we left you freely. After you maimed a lot of people, you broke our vehicles, you did a lot of things bad to us as UPND. Now I have seen you are trying to regroup in a small group to come and attack UPND. Try to do that. And now after this, I'm going back to Kabwata. We are waiting for you. All of you who ran away, you will know what you did. My brothers and sisters, all UPND stewards, citizen arrest. These people, we know them what they did. Whatever they stole, whatever they broke, whatever they did, all bad things. It is citizen arrest. We are not going to give you chance. We know you have been told lies that you must come back and campaign. Come, we'll meet you head on. Don't think that we are going to sleep. This is a special warning to you. All what you have done, all what you have been doing, don't think we have forgotten. We are there. We are waiting for you.
And now a heavy duty warning that is going to incite serious violence in Kabwata constituency. People are going to be maimed, people are going to be beaten. So we fear that such elections will not be fair because they're coming from State House and they've got such machinery and power and violence. We are appealing to the international community that they need to quickly come on board and ensure that President Hichilema his people heed to President Hichilema's way, because he has made very good pronouncements, but his senior members and his junior members are not, heeding to the way. They are living in fear. Okay, we are unable to go on the streets easily to campaign. So I'm going back on Wednesday. I pray that I don't get arrested. But if you hear abroad that I'm arrested any day on Wednesday or before, it is because they don't want me to appear on the ballot box.
But that's not fair. And we have seen the clip where Mr. William Banda was threatening violence in Kabwata. We have seen that clip, and I think my producer will be able to incorporate that in the video so that people can see. This is really not right. I mean, William Banda, I respect the man,
Yes.
I grew up in his eyes. He's like my father, my grandfather, He comes from Eastern Province. I come from Eastern Province too. He's like my grandfather. William Banda is like my grandfather. We saw what he said how he threatened the people, and that is not the right way to do, because he is the one who is supposed to be telling us, the young politicians who are coming up now. We are supposed to learn from him.
But Kaunda was very powerful.
Yes.
He ruled for 27 years.
Yes.
He was very powerful. But when you oppress the people, when you do certain things that the people are not happy, people rise up. People are more powerful than individuals.
Yes.
And we are sending a message to our brothers and sisters in the UPN that learn from the mistakes. And some of these mistakes should include the mistakes that the Patriotic Front also made.
Yes.
And we have been clear on the record, apologizing to the Zambian people, especially us young politicians,
Yes.
who might not have directly, participated in certain things that our senior, party members in the ruling party might have committed. And we are
Yes.
saying, because they are human beings, they made mistakes. And we are
Yes.
not saying PF clean. They made mistakes, and this is why the Zambian people used their voter card to remove
Yes.
PF.
Yes.
But now our brothers are failing to learn from those
Yeah.
mistakes. There's now a double. Our appeal is that a powerful regime like this was taken out of power. If a powerful regime like MMD was taken out of power after having ruled Zambia for 20 years, the Patriotic Front was taken out of power after having ruled for 7 years, the UPND will only serve for one term, which is 5 years or less. They'll be taken out of power. And now, what we want to promote to the Zambian people and the people abroad, we inherited democracy. Democracy was the practice of the Western. We inherited democracy. And this democracy that we inherited, we need to practice in line with how our brothers and sisters are doing it, those that we inherited it from. Remember, in England, the Queen, they have democracy. Yeah, but their democracy is unique. It's a monarchy, but then they do practice democracy in one way or the other. They are our colonial masters. In the United States of America, there is democracy, but there are two front runners. They are the Democrats and the Republicans.
Yes.
We want the Zambian people to know that actually it is doable that the PF can come out of power like they have done and handed over peacefully. The president, Edgar Lungu, His Excellency, handed over power peacefully to our brother, His Excellency. We expect that very soon we should be able to hand over power peacefully very soon. I'm saying so because they are just serving for one term. And this is the message from the Zambian people. The hope is that PF will bounce, and we're also hoping that if PF come and perform well, they can have a mandate, one or two or four. But should they fail, UPND, they will group themselves. They should be able to come back. Let us come out of that idea of thinking if a political party loses power and then they go into oblivion. That should come to an end because that is not being practiced in America. Americans have the confidence that give the Republicans an opportunity to rule. If after 4 years, after a term, they fail, they can bring back the Democrats.
Yep.
This is what we want to encourage because these are the two biggest political parties in Zambia. So we want to see that young leaders like ourselves can come and take up leadership in the Patriotic Front. We can create the confidence and the hope to the nation that the Patriotic Front will bounce back in 2026.
Yes.
And that also the UPND should not go in oblivion. So our brothers should know that we can now interchange going forward. We need to practice democracy in a correct manner that is being practiced by the people we borrowed it from, because it has just been borrowed. It was not our own.
Yes. I think I agree with you, sir. I think that as Zambians, we should learn to coexist with people who are different from us. Obviously.
I agree.
All of us can't be UPND. All of us can't be PF. All of us can't be UNIP. Look at how many people voted. Zambia has got about 18 million or more people. Okay? Only 2.8 voted for UPND and 1.8 voted for PF. Have you seen? So where is the rest of the people? You see?
Exactly.
So that means, I'm sorry, excuse me. That means that we have so many people in Zambia who are not even UPND, who are not even PF, who are not even UNIP, who are not even any other small political party. But they are still
None of these,
Zambians.
but they are key stakeholders. Remember, these are key stakeholders. I'm dealing with an issue in my constituency, for example, where most of our foreigners, colleagues, our brothers and sisters, in as much as we say they are foreigners, but the other Rwandese or coming from other, countries, have come to take a bigger space. For example, like in the markets, when you go to Chilenje market, I'll give it as an example because we've got 5 wards in Kabwata constituency. I'll
Yes.
pick Chilenje. They have taken up space in most of these places, and our traders are outside, trading from the outside. And now you've got a minister of local government, Gary Nkombo, who goes and threatens them to say, you are street vendors, will chase you from the streets. Because now I'm thinking, why should we disrespect our people by calling them street vendors? We want to come up and respect them because these are traders, whichever way you look at them. Why do they qualify to be traders? They are adding value to our economy. Okay,
Yes.
these are people who sell the dries, the greens, and everything. Our tomatoes, onions. Before we go to sleep to have that nice soup before we sleep. They're the people who are contributing, but they want to be chased from the streets as though they were animals. Now our point is that let us respect them as traders. Why? There's an exchange of money. How do you then call somebody you're a street vendor and then it is illegal to vend, yet where there's a trade, there's a buyer and a seller. But that law is not applicable to the one who's coming to buy. It doesn't work like that. So if you want to incriminate the seller, you should also incriminate the buyer. So before you chase people from the street, you need to create a conducive environment for them to go and trade and then give them an ultimatum and ask them explicitly, this is now the space you're going to trade in. But they are being chased on the street. This is happening in Kamulanga, Kwa JK. This is happening in Bilai. It is happening in Kabwata, Libala, and Kamwala. I was raised by a marketeer myself. I was raised by a marketeer who sold at Kamwala market at Lubanga, here in Kabata constituency. Because you'd like to know for the viewers both abroad and back home that I've been bred here in Kabata constituency. This is why I did my grade 1 in Chilenji at a school called Timothy Manakat. Having been raised poor, poor financially, but morally rich, I respect our marketeers, I respect our traders, and I'm going to rise up as a voice for them. We are not only going to use as, the marketeers as a platform themselves, but we also want to talk to the church, the clergy, because they are the custodians of our people in Ghana, the clergy. We are appealing to them to come on board and defend, these people who they are now calling street vendors. We want to respect them as traders, as it were. We are calling upon all the stakeholders. Please don't be quiet. This fire is growing strong. And lastly, but not the least, you may want to know that the sentiments that are coming from the ground is that most of the people are being pursued by this crusade, called the corruption crusade, that has been raised by our brothers and sisters in the UPND. Is targeted mainly, to the people of, other regions. And these are the sentiments. The people now, the chiefs are complaining in other regions that why are you persecuting our children when a crusade like this one is supposed to be across? You'll find that people from northern Luapula, northern province and eastern province are the ones that are every day being, paraded to be very corrupt people. Let us not allow such a crusade to bring, tribal divisions. Our appeal is that we need to have a very systematic. They are claiming that they've got a systematic way of approaching corruption, but I feel the sentiments now being, raised by our people are becoming very serious. It is time that our people focus on and the things that they promise the people, other than this persecution. We are calling it persecution because then it is directed and meant to weaken the patriotic front. But we want to assure them that yes, the senior members who are being persecuted will leave room for the young people like ourselves to come and take up that leadership and ensure that we fight vigorously to take back power in 2022.
I agree with you, and I would like us to continue this conversation. Please,
I have to,
Honorable Tembo,
fortunately,
we
I'm
need
not
you.
living in peace. I'm hiding. I've been in this place for some time. I just came to pick your network.
So you are
I need
hiding for your safety. Is that what you are telling us?
for my safety now. I need to end this broadcast. You forgive me, because if I stay along, I don't know what can happen to me.
Oh my God. So please, we need you next Saturday. And please, if you can bring the campaign manager, the honorable in charge, the MCC in charge of information.
He has just come out of the police cells. He has just come out of the police cells, like I had reported. He's been in police cells, but I'll try to bring him next Saturday if he will not be in police cells, so that he can also come and
Yes,
be on this.
we would like the world to hear from himself why he was arrested, because I know that people in America cannot understand why he was arrested like that, because you see, these languages are different in Zambia. So we may have to give a documentary to the people to understand it, how this thing is. But I think we need you back on Saturday. We need Honorable Nakachinda on Saturday too. And tell the boss also we need him here.
Every country has got a culture. It has got idioms. In Bemba, we say "Amapinda sotelo." So
Yes.
our chairman for information was basically was just arrested for having used those idioms towards the president, and the president is feeling very uncomfortable. But we've had such cases in the past with the late president, Michael Chilufya Satame. So rest in peace. Dr. Frank Mwalias then, I think he should have been one of our ambassadors. He might have used an idiom of Chumbumu Nshololwa. We are all aware of these idioms. But this is a non-starter. All these are just meant, the police are aware, the courts know, these are meant to intimidate our people. These are meant to silence our people.
Yes,
But it won't
because
work.
even this fight on corruption, I think I will be very happy to support the fight on corruption. Let's start from 1991, okay? And then let's start everybody.
I have to go. Thank you very much. Thank
All
you
right,
very much.
thank you. So we'll see you next week. All right. So I think you have heard that what the aspiring candidate for Kabwata constituency, PF aspiring candidate Kabwata constituency, was saying. He was saying that we need peace in the country. We need to fight corruption, but the corruption shouldn't be selective. Shouldn't just be only members of the oppositions are the ones who are targeted for corruption. I think that all Zambians should be subject to the same conditions, whether they belong to this political party or they belong to that political party, all of them. I see. I think personally, I'll be very happy to support corruption, the fight against corruption. Let's start from 1991. That is where we saw widespread corruption, people getting rich, people getting multimillionaires in overnight, So let's start fighting corruption from there. And let's not apply the law selectively to only those people that we feel are not as we are. I think Zambia belongs to all of us, regardless of which political party one belongs to. We are all Zambians. We were born there. I think that even the founding father, the President Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, may his soul rest in peace. He tried with all his power to unite the country. And I think that is where we are supposed to go. We are supposed to be doing everything we can to unite the country. When the country is united, we can develop. When the country is united, we can prosper. But if we are just going to create enmity against one another, that is going to hinder even the good intentions of this new dawn government. I think that we should embrace one another. We are different. We can't be the same. We can't belong to one political party. We can't think the same. So let's embrace each other with our differences. You know? I mean, I've been here in the United States for a long time. I have seen the Republicans taking over the White House. I have seen Democrats taking over the White House. I have seen back the Republicans taking over the White House. I have seen back the Democrats taking over the White House. Have you seen? They don't fight. They don't kill each other. Have you seen? And they build on each other's progress. And I think we as Zambians, as a young democracy, as a beacon of peace in the southern region of Africa, I think we should emulate the way the Americans are doing it. You know, they don't kill each other, they don't fight each other. There is only one exception, of course, which was J6. And I think that we should also understand that generally they have been peaceful, and we have to follow that. We have to learn to follow that so that we can develop. Have you seen? We are our brother's keeper, you see. We can't be selectively applying the law. The law should be applied uniformly to everybody, whether you are in the opposition or you are in the ruling party. If you have committed a crime, you are supposed to be given the due process of the law, you see, just like everybody else. So this is my cry to the president, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema. We are all your children. We are all Zambians. And the mandate to protect us has been given to you. So please take care of everybody. Whether they are your enemies or they are your friends, they voted for you, they didn't vote for you, we are all one people. I think that this is the time we have to embrace one Zambia, one nation. Thank you so much, our people. God bless you. We love you.